So since this is a spring show, at the end of the show, we do senior speeches and we give out gifts. So we're going to start that right now.
Yo, big cat.
So, my name is Jess, for those of you who don't know me, but the more important part of this, Anthony. Anthony, I never thought that I would live to see the day of your last semester show.
Neither did I.
And he's so glad he made it there. You are such a pillar of this group and in my life, and it's really, really hard to watch you go. So the first time I saw you perform was at Fall Dollar Show, and you were singing Timon in Can You Feel the Love Tonight? And for about a second, I thought you were actually lip-syncing to a track of The Lion King. And if anyone has seen him do it, you know what I'm talking about. And I was really amazed that day, and I've never lost that level of amazement with how talented you are. You are an incredible singer, and watching you evolve has been such a treat. You've conquered so many different roles, different genres, different types of songs, and you've mastered so many of the characters that we know and love. And seeing you rap tonight felt like such a fitting addition and end to your career in NSA. But of course, you're more than just a voice. You're also an incredible friend. You're thoughtful, you're understanding, and you're always willing to take a second look at a disagreement. In fact, you're actually my favorite person to disagree with, believe it or not. Because at the end of the day, I always know that we will get over it and we'll still love each other, and that's really special. I think I speak for everyone in the group when I say that you challenge us to think more deeply, to try harder when we hit trouble spots, and to push ourselves to new levels musically. Anthony, you are the most sarcastic, most opinionated, most pragmatic, and most incredible friend anybody could ask for. I've watched you grow so much in the past 3 years, and I'm so proud of the person you've become. Moving forward, I know two things for sure. Firstly, the world is going to be really lucky to have you in it. But more importantly, I know we're all going to miss you so, so much. We love you, we believe in you, and we can't wait to watch you succeed. As per tradition for senior gifts, we have both a coloring book for you. It looks like Pixar Adventure Coloring. Yeah. And a no strings attached calendar, so you can remember all of the great times that we've had together.
I gotta see you guys every month now? Come on.
So, we love you.
Kendall is probably one of the best elephant-human hybrids I have ever met. Like an elephant, and I don't know what religion this comes from, so I just kind of got it off the internet. You encompass stability, patience, strength, wisdom, both as a group member and as a person. The first two elephant characteristics that highlight you are stability and patience. The group has always been able to go to you with problems or even things like a shared infatuation with the musical. You bring a positive energy to the group that makes us relaxed and productive, but when we are being too rowdy during rehearsal, you know exactly who to yell at and how. Annoying business topics are handled with hilarity, and we absolutely love that bagels have become a staple food for audition days. You are patient, so patient with all of us, especially the tenors and basses, well, basically the boys. You are kind of an amazing president. Your strength has shown its colors from day one. There wasn't even a rocky patch when you first took on the position. You just were the president. You have guided us through a full year of NSA, of aquaformals, potlucks, one of which was at your house and it was awesome, and a slew of tough group votes. Your presence has given a number of people the confidence to perform when we were doubting if even a sound could come out of our mouths, like my little breakdown last semester. And your passion shows its true colors every time you volunteer to do extra things that do not fall under the duties of a president. We can always rely on you for a dose of positive encouragement, or bluntly saying we suck if we don't get it together. And when the group is in chaos, whether it's a 2-minute break or a heated discussion, you always keep a level head and lead us in the right direction. You seem to have a kind of innate wisdom that guides us through some tough times. You are truly the best mom NSA could ask for. The best moms are always kind but firm, encouraging, but careful to lead us down the best possible road. I am so glad that you became leader when you did, because you got us through one of the toughest semesters of NSA because of our 5th anniversary show. It seems like you stepped into the role as president, and you are now leaving as a mom. Even outside of lecture halls, your opinions have always been so insightful, and you have had the intuition to read everyone's emotions. The times you've joined us for after-rehearsal dinner were always so fun and lively, but when we would discuss more interesting topics, your perspective would always be the most fascinating at the table. We will miss the goofy, loving presence of Kendall, a girl who has infected our hearts. We will always remember you, Kendall. And as they say, an elephant never forgets, so we hope that you don't forget us as you move on to an unbelievable future.
I'm not as good at writing speeches, so we'll see. So this is Shawn. He's an amazing person. Shawn is one of those people who is always there when someone needs to talk. He's always receptive, attentive, helpful. I know he's helped me through some serious rough rocky patches. He easily ranks among the best people I know. Not just like my best friends, not just the best singers I know, not just the best students. He is all of those things. He's one of the best people I've ever met. I'm all shaky. I can't even read this. Whew. Thank you. You're always ready when people need to learn new things, and you are always ready to learn new things from people. And when you do, you always take that very seriously. You respect other people's opinions. You respect their religions, lack thereof. And when something conflicts with what you've been taught or what you knew, you don't dismiss it. You're you ask your questions and you search with unmatched conviction for the truth. We frequently joke among ourselves that Shawn is too pure for this world. So that's all I wrote, but I want to wish you the best going forward. I know you have so much to do. You have so much potential and ambition and skill, and you're making me cry.
Started it.
So before I get too weepy, I'm just going to give you a big hug. Thanks, Shawn.
Anytime.
This is for you. It's Superman.
All right, come here, Robin. Okay. Dear Robin, firstly, I want to say thank you for the many ways that you have helped NSA. You bring much needed positive and infectious energy to the group from the moment you walk in the door. You remind every one of us to not take anything too seriously and help us navigate the tricky problems we face. You genuinely want to know about everyone's day, best illustrated by the multiple people you share your weekly meals with. You are there to give rational, open-minded advice, and you know when to be a shoulder to cry on. On that note, This is a good time to mention that I have never, ever met anyone who matches the personality of Leslie Knope better than you. And I mean that in the best way possible. Your daily calendar you keep on your door is color-coordinated, organized chaos, and you are on more e-boards than anyone else at the school. We appreciate your emails reminding us of due dates and deadlines, because without them, we would be non-functional. Thank you for clearing your schedule when we need your help, and for being such an excellent teacher and mentor. Every hour of every day, you have a meeting, a tutoring session to teach, a tour, or 2 Hell Weeks at the same time. I don't think anyone but you could handle both NSA and HBC at the same time, shown by Matt's consistent lateness. Sorry. You have been in the group for 4 full years, which is a lot of time for you to have some silly moments. You have had more accidental Nava solos than Nava. And we all love when Marissa has to tell you that you're putting too much sass in the choreo. You're the queen of taking selfies on other people's phones and have the most entertaining Snapchat stories. Most impressively, you went almost 4 full years without actually owning anything purple. We all love you so much and are so thankful for your 4 years in the group. Other group members wanted me to close this speech by saying, "Shut up, Robin," and with a reenactment of you sitting on a rock screaming, "No strings attached!" But the only appropriate way I can think to end this is to say, Leslie Knope for president. So for you, we have The Good Dinosaur Pixar coloring book and a calendar.
This is the first draft. You can have that. Rachel, it looks like you're graduating. You think you're too cool for school, but I have a news flash for you, Rachel Nathan. You aren't. I probably butchered that impression, but whatever. Okay. So, if Rachel were like Walter Cronkite and was not too cool for school and would be staying with us next semester, NSA would have the privilege of keeping a pivotal member of our group, and I do not use the word pivotal lightly. From my perspective, Rachel is one of the most important members in NSA's 5.5-year existence. Let me start from the beginning. Early on in her first year in the group, she had already begun arranging music, starting with I'll Make a Man Out of You for the spring semester. Not only that, but when the group was in dire need for a musical director, she rose to the challenge and became the musical director at the end of her first year in the group. And she has been our optimistic, knowledgeable, flexible, humble, empathetic, patient, sweet, and overall wonderfully gifted musical director ever since. One thing that will be greatly missed about Rachel is her incredible and rare gift to see into everyone and understand how to teach music to everybody individually and without ever making us feel inferior. Whether it's explaining each note individually through lots of drilling and repetition of a section, relating bits that sound similar to other songs, or maybe some weird experimental form of teaching I've never experienced before. In that case, please teach me your ways. In a group with this much diversity in types of music learners, especially with with most of us being recreational singers, looking at you, Justin, we are lucky to have someone like this for our musical director. We often wonder how Rachel can possibly dedicate so much time to us, from making it to and leading rehearsal every single week, not to mention her spending a total of 4 hours or more each week on sectionals so that each member can have one of those hours in sectionals. The extra hours devoted to working with soloists, the time it takes to arrange new material, look over and approve new material and fix old material, to plan our entire semester schedule, to plan events as big as this and as small as a one-song gig. We've all asked her at least once, "Where do you make time for this?" To which she responds, "I'm an English major." One of the best things about Rachel is that she cares so much about our social dynamic. She never forgets how good of friends we are in this group and how it strengthens our group altogether when our bonds are so strong with each other. And when anything remotely goes wrong, being that someone is hurt, offended, or feeling down, regardless of her biases or her own personal opinions, she does everything in her power to make sure that everyone feels warm, welcome, appreciated in and outside of rehearsals. We're all so blessed to not only have you in the group, but to have you lead us as well. I would go so far as to say that if you were a lemon, I would put you on my shelf and cherish you like I cherish all my lemons. Not to mention, as not to mention, as much as we all want you to be Angelica, you're so Peggy. I don't know who wrote that. I don't know why someone wanted me to put that. Who was it? Okay. Anyway, there's way too much to be said in a less than 2-page double-spaced paper about you. So there are only some of the reasons why we all love you, appreciate both your work and friendship in NSA, and why we can only hope to do your work justice in the semesters to come. So, as your you Googleizer, on behalf of everyone here, we give you our most sincere thank you. Also, we have an extra special coloring book for you for your also parting as musical director. So here you go. Oh my God, it's Deadpool! And everything else. There you go. That's it. One more song. Play Me and Rachel.
You have to sing now.
Thank you so much for coming to our seniors last semester show and for coming to this semester show. Thank you so much. We are the String Credibles. No strings attached.